So now one thing that he has been able to mention is the fact that, there has been that open space or some form of inclusion. Talked about how young people are doing, building their capacity, doing fantastic things in the technology space as well as governance. But still yet, I mean, they still have, like you said, some form of bias. But moving forward, what role should young people be playing? Because you keep talking about, oh, the young people are, the leaders of tomorrow. So it starts from now. So what role? How should they start? What role should
The
they
young
should they be
people
doing?
should hold the elders accountable.
I mean,
We have been
hasn't that
having
been happening?
this discussion,
Yeah.
a sustained discussion. I will continue to have this discussion and this conversation of speaking out using the social media platforms. When you see an anomaly, you speak out. You use the medium you have right now to speak out, to speak to power. You tell the government, you tell the leaders, you participate in the process. That is why today in Delta State, in ANRP, we are giving young people the opportunity to have access to elected positions. Come out. We make it easy for you. We don't burden you with fees that are
You mean high fees for
yes,
the forms? So
exactly.
yes, shouldn't that be because there already is the not too young to run, bill. That
Yes,
that is one part. I mean, shouldn't that discussion again come as a result? I mean, bringing down the cost of forms for young people so they can get into the
yes,
elected
it will come
positions?
because, like I said, it's a continued conversation we're having. We
Yeah.
will continue to have this conversation. We'll continue to press. The young people will continue to press. I'm happy that what he said, if you look at the social media platform right now, a lot of young people are coming out and talking. A lot of people are participating. A lot of young people are being given the opportunity to represent even the older people in these big known political parties.
Yeah.
My friend, Ilemena in Onoja, is the spokesman to Bukola Saraki's campaign organization. That is the first in this country for such a
A
young
young
person
person, yeah.
to be given such an enormous task. So that is a step in the right direction. So if in their party they can give such a position to
A young
a young
person.
person, we in our party we are even telling you that we can go as far as telling you, look, you can contest for the position of presidency in Nigeria.
Yeah, I think Gordy wants
Can I?
Gordy wants to respond to
Yeah.
some of the things you said. Yeah, Gordy, please go ahead.
Yeah, can I just say this? Let us be. I want to be optimistically cautious about this agenda about the young people. Yes, I like the idea that young people are immersing themselves in the topic, day-to-day topic. But let us look at it on the general scale that young. I don't think that we should abandon governance or we should transfer everything to the hands of the young people because a lot of our young people are highly misinformed, miseducated, and the lack of awareness is really not there. A lot of them are just a tool to push an agenda. So the idea that young people would, even though that they are getting involved, would
All
be
right.
able to make the change
Yeah, but
would not really help at the moment because they still needs to be guided by the older people.
all right,
Yes, there
Gordy.
are a lot of
Let's look at the role. Which role do you think that they should be playing? In trying to move Nigeria forward. 58 years after, because there's been that. I mean, it's not cast in stone that Nigeria is not where it should be 58 years after. But there is also that argument that the young people are supposed to drive Nigeria to where it should be. So what role should they be playing?
let's look at it as a what is it that drives a society? Driving the society grows based on the level of science and technology, economic agenda policy, and infrastructure and everything. So all these things actually are the things that boost a society. So if we want to develop our society, we have to look back and say, how are we engaging our young people to really use their education, use their minds to be independently able to achieve certain things, to solve issues, because we believe that having a position in government, can make you, become active. But if we actually look at how we are building the roadmap for the next 20 years to say, for example, solve the issue of electricity, how is the education, how is the knowledge that is helping the people to really begin to think in towards that line to solve these critical issues? How are we going to use technology? Because the young people are the ones who would be able to drive the use of technology, the use of social media, the use to be able to work or man the machines, the infrastructures that are being set up for the future, because the other people will pass away.
All
So
right.
if the other people are setting up an agenda to build the society, These are the ways which they can, look at because and say, okay, we have younger people coming up. How do we educate them? Because in that area, we are really missing out a lot. We have a lot of people who have gone to school, we educated in different ways, but our education has not really been used to solve the critical issues for social and society development.
Let me
Our system
let me hold
is
you there for a bit. Let me hold you there for a bit. I mean, let
okay.
me come back to the studio. He's saying that there is the need for that transgenerational guidance or collaboration, between the young and the old. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree. There should be, and there will be. It will continue to be, because the society is not going to be where people just take over. They're going to be a systematic progression
Yeah.
between the old and the new. So that's why the young people need to be integrated.
Yeah.
And the only way you can be integrated is participation.
Yeah.
So we will always continue to implore the young people to participate in the political process.
Very well.
Speak out.
Yeah.
Make your voice known. Participate in ward elections. Participate in elections, process of choosing candidates.
You just don't wake up one day and say you want to become the president of Nigeria and you do everything. You should actually start locally to engage and really, have. The problem is this, that we do not have ideological political parties. So everybody wants to get into government because there is money in politics. And if we just remove money in politics and promote more agenda, that's actually ideological agenda, that is more than the money that the remunerations that comes into power, then you see that people will really begin to participate because they see it as a way to really their ideas, the things that they have in their minds, to push it through.
All right.
If it's either to make a societal change, they can actually go through there and do it.
All right. Thank you for joining us on the program, Godiwogu from Prague in Czech Republic.
Thank you.
But I have to say thank you as well for joining us on the program today.
You're
Barrister Abraham Jigu, Delta State Secretary of the Abundant Nigeria Renewable Party. I'd like to see Nigeria with abundant resources and all that, making progress. And thank you for joining us on the program today.
welcome.
We'll take a quick break and we'll be back in a moment. Please stay with us.